Hello and welcome everyone. This is another video going over some feedback that I'm seeing in the community over the new updates on the Division 2. We're talking prototype gear, we are talking escalation, and today we're talking about the comment that I'm seeing that says the Division 2 is now going to be even more harder and tougher for newer players, because that is not correct, and I'm hoping to explain why in this video now as to why in fact it's going to be easier for new players. Okay, so this was a comment that dropped yesterday in a live stream originally from DreamSpec. I must, if it felt like I bounced on you, by the way, and you're watching this video, I didn't. You just got me thinking, and it was the first comment I've seen off that. And then in the Discord later that night, I see so many more people saying it, and people think that it's going to be harder for new players now to the game, and it really couldn't be further from the truth. And we are going to explain that. Okay, now if you are watching this video and you're like, gee, we get it, you know, don't, just ignore the people that are saying all of this. Cross off now, it's all good. I just feel like there's a lot of information going around in the Discord, speculation and people making assumptions, and there's a lot of people, right, that what they do is they listen to some news but they just heard parts of it. They don't like some of the parts they hear, and because they've not heard the whole news, they're then kind of like jumping on those things that they don't like, and then there's Chinese whispers, and then people are then saying things like this, like the game's going to get harder for new players without actually digesting all of the information. So I just want to make this very quickly, just to hopefully ease anyone's concerns. I think the game's going to be getting harder. Now, with escalation and prototype gear, we've kind of explained this already. Now, this is part of your journey. So if you're a new player right now, this is going to be an additional step in your journey when you get there. This is when this is meant to be. This is for the contents, what the content's aimed for. So what I mean by that, very briefly, there's going to be loads more steps than what I'm meant to say. But as a new player, let's say step 1 is to get to level 40. Step 2 is then your watch level. Step 3 is then working on expertise. And then that is at the minute the kind of like true end game. Expertise is kind of like your final step in the game that gives you more of a grind. Escalation and prototype gear actually changes nothing about your run up to that, and is an additional step after expertise, if you think of it on that mindset. So that means now you'll go through all of that as a new player, and then when you reach that level, when you get to expertise, you've now got an additional step where once you are there, you can really enjoy this prototype gear and escalation game mode. It literally changes nothing about the game, and in fact the changes it does make it easier for you. So let me explain. As a new player, when this lands, it isn't going to change any of that journey. Your road to level 40 is still going to be the same. Your watch level road is still going to be the same. Your expertise grind is still going to be the same. However, you are going to be able to tap into prototype gear. Okay, and escalation. Escalation is a 10-tier system on missions where basically it offers you more difficulty. Now, yes, of course, you are not going to be able to complete tier 10 if you're not even watch level 1000 yet. But this is the journey, right? I wouldn't have been able to. However, the players that are there that have done watch level 1000, that have done all the expertise, that are ready for this, and this is now their sort of step that they're on, they're going to be able to take on all of these tiers and hopefully push for tier 10 and to complete it. That's the challenge, the whole point of it. And they're soon going to be in a position where that's probably quite easy as well, as they use the prototype gear and get really stronger. But as a new player, yeah, you're definitely not going to be able to go and complete tier 10 on escalation day 1. It's not going to happen, but it's not intended for you to do that. Moving then on to the prototype gear, you may be thinking, well, as a new player, this is going to be so hard for me to get because I can't farm escalation. I haven't got the time or whatever, the resources to upgrade all of my pieces to make them prototype builds, and that's fine. If I was at your level, I wouldn't. So when I was going through that journey where you are now, I didn't have all of this, but none of it changes. Your journey's still the same as mine was. You're still going to go to watch level 1000. You're still going to be going through all that grind. You're still going to be going through the natural power creep, as it were, with no difference apart from the fact that what you can do is tap into it a little bit. So now new players, and this is where I'm saying it makes it easier for new players, when you reach level 40, you're going to be able to get ready for heroic, get comfortable with heroic, start making some builds, and you're now going to have escalation lower tiers that can drop this loot, this brand new prototype loot. So you are like in an advantage compared to where I was at that stage, because I didn't have prototype gear at that stage. So you're now going to be able to grind the lower tiers of escalation, which aren't going to be that much difficult than heroic, and get this prototype gear. You might guess something like, imagine, I think I used this example yesterday. So you make your first striker build, you might just grind a little bit of escalation, what you're comfortable with, and a striker mask drops. Perfect rolls. You got 30% weapon damage on this striker mask. You're in a better position than I was at that stage. So this is what I mean by it's actually going to make it a bit easier for new players. The Division have done such a good job for new players on this game. Now, if you start this game today, I did this with Stacy, Lady Rock on PlayStation. If you really wanted to, you could be in a raid with the right group of people and the support around you within just 2 hours and completing it. And that is not a joke. You can fast level to 40 as long as you own the Brooklyn DLC. So you can be 40 right away. You can jump into Countdown and make a striker build, and then you can be in a raid as soon as you got that striker build, completing some of the toughest content in the game. Within hours of the game, you can be completing some of the toughest content in the game if you want to do it that way. It can't be easier. It really can't. And then at that point, you're then on that grind. You're on the watch level 1000 grind, the expertise grind, and so on. And that is a bit of a grind for sure, but that is still the natural progress. Nothing changes there. So they've done a great job at making things very easy for the new player, and none of that is changing at all. With this escalation and prototype gear, you've now also got that. You can go into a tier 1, tier 2 escalation, and even get some prototype gear and get lucky with it. Your journey doesn't change. Please remember that this is for the end game players, the people that have gone through the journey, they're at the end game. This is the higher challenge of this is for them. The reaching tier 10 on escalation is for them. The getting prototype builds is for them. So it might not 100% be for you right now, depending where you are on your Division 2 journey. However, what it has done is change your journey a little bit. So when you do eventually get there, you are going to be able to enjoy this as much as we're going to be able to enjoy it when it lands for the people that are already there. So I just wanted to get this out there, just again, because of the comments that I'm seeing in the Discord and in the stream yesterday, like this is making it harder for newer players. Newer players got so much more of a grind now. Kind of agree that you do have more of a grind now, but what it's altered that very end game grind. It's not altered anything up to that, but when you get to the point where you're max expertise, you've now got more to do. So I think that's a good thing. I don't think anyone can argue with that. More to do at that stage is basically what a lot of us people at that stage have been asking for years. So the fact that we're getting something, we're very excited for the most part. So newer people looking at this and you're like, oh, I'm only level 8 expertise, like I've got no chance. Like, yeah, I didn't either when I was level 8 expertise, but your journey's still the same as mine was back then. So just think of it on that mindset and try and actually look at all the information that's going out by the devs. I think the communication has been very, very good. If you are, like I said, for the most part, what I'm seeing is that people are just kind of like picking bits of the communication. They haven't digested all of it. So they've missed a lot of the important communication. So I'm just seeing as my job here to try and fill you in with that and just give you some reassurance. And one final word before we end this video and get into PTS, because the PTS is about to start. We're going to be streaming it all weekend, by the way. Just don't let what you see on the internet, what you're seeing in the Discord, what you're seeing on some content creators' videos that are moaning about it in the comments section, decide how you feel about it, okay? Like I just said, make sure you get fully clued up on everything there is to come and you really understand it before you let stuff like that kind of overtake what you think and your understanding of it, because there's so many people that, you know, that people are going to moan about anything. People will just moan for moaning's sake. I'm in my Discord right now. I'm reading it all. I'm communicating with a few of them, and it doesn't matter what you tell some people, they're going to be moaning about it, and that's just the way of social media. So yeah, I hope if people are on the mindset where the Division 2 is getting harder and you are a newer player, I hope this has give you some reassurance that it's not. I guarantee this changes nothing until you are at that latter end game. It enhances that, and if anything, I promise you it makes it easier. Like, I could only dream of having some prototype gear drop for me on my journey, making things a lot more easier. You're going to be able, if you get lucky with some prototype drops at the lower difficulty on the tiers of escalation, it's going to make you heroic earlier, easier. It's going to make you grind easier. They're actually going to be amending expertise to make expertise system system better now, which is great, which is natural, to be honest with you. Now we've got like another true end game. It makes sense that the expertise gets made a little bit easier. I've been looking at rewards that you get from escalation as well, and the rewards look quite incredible in terms of maps and stuff, if that is how I believe they're going to be. So a lot of the game is actually getting a little bit more refined and easier, to be honest with you. So you're getting given more to do and some good quality of life changes. And we are only at phase one. Like, don't forget about this. Is a new idea. We've had some feedback, or they've had some feedback. The PTS is going to be some more feedback. And then season one, where all this goes live, is going to be some more feedback again. They're going to get tons of feedback from this. I doubt how it is now is how it's going to be in like 1 or 2 seasons' time. Just look at Retaliation over the last few seasons and all the things they've changed with that after the feedback they've got from players. So it's a new idea. It's going to be tons of new feedback, and I do just think some people are just getting this completely wrong, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. But I hope this has reassured some of you. I'm going to end this now, get on the PTS and stream this all weekend. If you want to come and check that out, jump into the stream. We'll be live on Twitch and YouTube. We'll be playing this, answer any of your questions. You can see what we're doing and things like that. But thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.